Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the late version of the Shite you see on the BBC. I got minging on Saturday and I was just a confused mess yesterday. Ever since I hit the big 4-0, I have absolutely no ability to deal with hangovers, and it just turns me into a fucking state for 24 hours. Does anyone know why the BBC website's been black for the last fucking month as well? Is that some sort of shitty, low-effort protest that nobody told me about? I don't know why, but we are where we are. I also find it strange that, literally the same weekend we had another terrorist attack where a guy, a foreigner who moved to the UK relatively recently and was arrested and sent to prison because he's a mad fucker, gets out and kills a load of innocent people, and the BBC homepage is like, oh look, they found a noose in a random American guy's garage. If he didn't put it there himself, right? We learnt nothing from fucking Jesse Smollett. That's a non-story. Dude could have done it himself, and if it is true, even that, it's not really it's not like nobody's died yet, have there? It's possibly a threat from a daft cunt. I don't see why the BBC needs to cover it. Fucking hell, I mean, yeah. No idea. And it's, again, homepage story. So, fuck knows what they're thinking. Also, the top stories the BBC's led with today, look, is the Arctic Circle sees the highest ever temperatures. New York Museum's going to remove a Teddy Roosevelt statue. A woman's now a poker pro, and Apple. It's like all the stuff going on in the world, and there's the big 4 stories they lead with. Big 5. Like, all nonsense. Mad shit going on, and they just want to talk about fucking climate change, militant feminism, and taking fucking statues down. And obviously Apple, because they love Apple, because they're all middle class fucking arseholes. This made me laugh as well. Fuck off. Who could be Joe Biden's running mate? Look at the rankings they gave these fucking charmless twats. They give Kamala Harris 3.5 stars for her charisma. Like, Kamala, voice like a fucking android, charm of a rattlesnake, proven liar, 3.5 stars. In fact, what's the bet they don't give anyone less than 3? Because they're all female Democrat candidates, right? And this is the BBC. Anyone who's got a minge is a fucking paragon of virtue. Therefore, they're all good, really. So yeah, she got nothing less than 3.5. Gretchen Whitmer, she got 3. She's charismatic. Tammy Duckworth, yeah, she got 3. She's charismatic. Elizabeth Warren, 3.5. Yep, she's charismatic. Tammy Baldwin, oh, she got a 2.5. I assume that's because she looks like a fucking Norfolk farmer. Like, if she was wearing a woolly pulley, I'd think that was a bloke. Woolly pulley and no earrings. That's a fucking... I'd expect to see Tammy driving a tractor in fucking... on the Norfolk Broads. Kristen Cinema, 4 stars. Val Demings, 3. Michelle Lujan, 4. Stacey Abrams, 4.5. Didn't even win. She didn't even win the gubernatorial race she went for. She lost that. So she's just got a record of failure. Apparently 4.5 stars. She's fucking great. She's more charismatic than fucking James Bond and David Beckham. You couldn't make this shit up. And Keisha got 4.5 stars, the Atlanta mayor, who's got the IQ of a fucking pull a long duck. You couldn't make this shit up. It nicely led into that story. Barack Obama said women are better leaders than men. Yeah, well, he's going to say that now he's retired, isn't he? Never said it when he was running against a woman. Funny thing then, he was definitely the best leader, and women definitely weren't as good as men. But like always, as soon as they're out the fucking picture, oh yeah, they're much better. I've made my millions, and I've wrote me books, and I've retired with a massive pension. Yeah, women are better leaders than men. Yeah, cheers. What a fucking knobhead. Look at this one. I'm not even taking the piss now. I actually am astounded I can keep finding these fucking stories. Like, you would think they'd run out of, like, fucking nonsense. Because I check this website every day, and I just bookmark the ridiculous. ridiculous far left talking points, and it's every week. Every week is just an unending train of horse shit. Like it just never ends. So this one is how microaggressions cause lasting pain. They've stopped even questioning, haven't they? 6 months ago it might have been, do microaggressions cause lasting pain? Now it's no, they definitely do. So sort your life out. Oh, you're a straight man. Suck the cock, bigot. Do it. Microaggressions are everyday slights and indignities some people encounter all the time. All the time. What, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Yeah, all the time. To a female CEO, can I speak with your boss? Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I bet she's devastated. If I was a CEO and someone asked me a trivial question, someone I could probably fire, I'd be devastated. CEOs, they're the most fucking hard done by people on planet Earth, CEOs. We should all be feeling sorry for them poor bastards. To a man who's a nurse, you don't see many male nurses. To an LGBTQ intern, you don't sound gay. To a non-white colleague, where are you from? To a mixed race person, what are you? Well, okay, I might even give them that one. That's a bit rude if you don't know someone very well. But the rest of them, yeah, I don't worry about CEOs and male nurses. I think they're doing alright in life. Apparently not. Apparently they're more hard done by than fucking Anne Frank. It says, unlike hate speech, microaggressions are not intended to be malicious, even though the impact might be. They don't have to be spoken. So you're not only guilty of thought crimes, you're guilty of hate crimes, even if you don't speak. Like they keep saying, right? Silence is violence. I mean, look at this one. Not sitting next to someone on a train, for example. As it sank in that we're dealing with the fucking Stasi yet. Like, not sitting next to someone on a train, for example. I'm not even allowed to choose where I sit. Because if you walk past someone who could tick any number of boxes, right? It could be the categories they keep inventing are getting longer and wider every fucking year. Gay, straight, lesbian, trans, black, brown, Muslim, Jewish, any fucking thing. Too old, too young. Where's it stop? I was only kidding, but that's exactly what it's getting like. Suck the cock. Fascist. What do they want from me? I just want to get on with my life and get left alone. I'm not even allowed to pick who I sit next to on a train. Because if I walk past someone who fucking fills any tiny category they can throw into a box, I'm just committed a fucking microaggression. Fuck off. It is thought crimes. They don't know why I don't want to sit next to whoever. I've just decided I'm a cunt. On a whim. How to take action. If you're on the receiving end, Sue suggests micro-interventions. Of course, the solution to a microaggression is a micro-intervention. Comebacks that simultaneously disarm the microaggression but also educate the perpetrator. Sue, who specialises in racism and multiculturalism, reminds us that no one is immune. Sue hasn't got a real job, right? Done. The reason these people exist is because we were too successful, we built too nice of a society, and now twats like Sue get paid for doing nothing. She doesn't create anything, she doesn't build anything, she doesn't make anything, she just makes shit up for a living. Well done, Sue. This is a good one. Pub chain and insurance hubs, sorry for slave links. Green King and the insurance market, Lloyds of London, have apologised for their historical links. This is fucking getting beyond the joke as well. Like I've talked before about how if you try hard enough, literally anyone can be linked to it. It's like the 7 degrees of separation from a famous person, or fucking what, you go. Every one of us is related to fucking everybody else if you do 7 degrees of separation. Like, there is no way anyone on planet Earth can stand up to it. Humans are relatively short-lived. We don't live that long and we breed fast. You're gonna be linked to someone, whether you're black or not even. So Green King had plantations literally hundreds of years ago, and Lloyd's, which was founded in 1688, insured slave ships. Yes, because in 1688 it was legal everywhere on Earth and no one thought it was weird. So what's the problem? It was like owning a fucking couch in 1688. A person. Fucking, it's shameful to go after people like this, like the fucking woke Stasi. Ironically, The Guardian was set up by a slaver as well, but they don't want to talk about that one at the BBC, do they? I wonder why. I don't want to go on about this much because it'll make me fucking angry. I know I'm angry all the time about this. It'll just wind me up and I haven't got the energy today. It's the same tired excuses every time now, isn't it? They were true gentlemen. Like, they were all nice guys. They were good dudes. We must make sure it doesn't happen again. We've got to learn some lessons. Blah, blah, fucking blah. It says, please continue to question suspect Kyrie Sadala from Reading. From Reading? He's not from Reading. He's from fucking Libya. He's from Libya. What do you mean he's from Reading? He moved there in the last 4 years. The cunt's from Libya. But I don't want to tell you that. And he's been in jail before. So we jailed him, let him out, and he goes and kills a bunch of people, and we don't want to hold the government accountable for that. It's our fault. I can't even blame him that much. I blame us for being fucking stupid enough to let these cunts get away with it. It's absolutely fucking shocking. And they can't even not go on about identity politics in the reporting of the story. Look, as soon as you get down, it says, Jamie Wake, a friend of the victim, said the pub was a safe space for members of the LGBT plus community. Who cares? And it says, witnesses say a lone attacker with a knife shouted unintelligible words. Not unintelligible, are they? No, they're not unintelligible. Did this sound something along the lines of Allahu Akbar by any fucking chance? Maybe. Anyway, so 3 guys, all dead. And the BBC just want to tell us about lesbians and how the guy was from Reading. Well, he wasn't from fucking Reading. He was from Libya. And he was a known criminal. And we let him get away with it. And the blood is on the hands, not just of him, but of the British government. Just like the Manchester bomber who killed all them kids. The parents were jihadis who fled Libya because Gaddafi was going to kill them because they were jihadi extremists. They moved to England, we fucking ridiculously give them asylum, and then they raise their child to be a jihadi, and he turns 20 and blows up a load of fucking women and kids. And we just think that's part and parcel, apparently. We don't want to say, hang on a sec, a blind man could have saw it fucking coming. Like, seriously, you have to have the fucking brains of a rocking horse to not see this shit coming 10 miles away. It's a joke. How can it not make you angry when you see innocent people butchered like animals? And the BBC just wants to tell me about lesbians and fucking the LGBTQ plus support group and how he's definitely from Reading. And he shouted some unintelligible words. No motive, not a single mention of the word Islam or Islamism or Muslim. Just nonsense. They don't want to tell you about these things, and when they do it in the most mealy-mouthed, dishonest, bullshit fucking way. Scandalous. How it doesn't make people fucking angry, I'll never know. I would think boiling piss is the standard fucking SOP for 99% of the UK at the minute. I just can't believe we just ignore this stuff. Like, it's so trivial now, we just get on with our lives. Oh, well, true gentlemen, let's talk about lesbians. Fucking crazy. Anyway, that's fucking that for this week. It's just fucking depressing, isn't it? Terrorist incidents, killing innocent people, and it's not on the homepage. They want to talk about that as little as possible. They want to tell us about fucking climate change and Uyghur Muslims being mistreated in China and how fucking charismatic and charming, ugly, long-faced, charisma of a fucking rattlesnake with a hangover, fucking irritating bastards like Kamala Harris are. They want to tell us how great they are. It's just nonsense. They're trying to cover up Emily Jones getting fucking knifed in the head, and now they want to talk about fucking the Arctic Circle when we've got serious problems with foreign killers getting released from prison, and instead of getting deported, thinking, fuck it then, I might as well go and stick a knife in a few people instead. It's getting beyond a joke, and we haven't learned the lessons from history. Young people only learned 50% of the lesson from the Second World War, right? So that's Nazis are awful, but communists are cool as fuck. And what we're going to get is we're going to have large-scale public disorder where everyone turns into either a full-blown fucking communist or a full-blown fucking Nazi, because these silly cunts in charge don't want to listen to normal, reasonable, centrist people take on board their normal, reasonable concerns and misgivings about fucking foreign-born criminals butchering children, and everyone's going to turn into a fucking Nazi. So it's going to be Nazis versus communists on the streets, just like we got before the Second World War, and it's going to massively kick off, and everyone in Europe and in the UK is going to go, fucking hell, we didn't see that coming. Well, anyone who's not a total Terry fuckwit did see it coming. Silly bastards. Cheers.